For the fourth time in the last 5 races for the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Darlington, there was a caution in the opening 5 laps of the race. This one involving Ryan Blaney, Jeremy Clements, Chase Miller, and a couple of others. Got some minor damage. Matt Fromm was involved as well. The cleanup has been completed. The field is doubled up and coming to the restart. Quick reminder to check out Race Buddy, enhanced coverage for select Nationwide Series races with more cameras than ever. Log on to NASCARNationwideSeries.com/RaceBuddy. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Denny Hamlin started side by side in the front row. Stenhouse Jr. led the opening laps. First time that Stenhouse has led at Darlington. Now they're doubled up to do it again.
We'll see if Denny, I bet he has enough patience. I bet he gives it up again. We'll see what happens here.
Austin Dillon 3, Kurt Busch, as you look at the rest of the restart order being shown you there.
A lot of sweaty palms. Folks going, man, don't be the guy who wrecks the next time. Tell you what, Kurt was being really aggressive there through the top of 1 and 2, right on Denny's back bumper.
54 getting up into 3rd position. Austin Dillon shuffled back to 4th, side by side from about 5th on back. 12 is Sam Hornish, and Joey Logano slipping in behind him in the 20. Black and white car inside lane. Casey Kane in the 38 trying to move up.
Made a little contact on the straightaway. Allgaier and Kane still side by side.
It's a tough spot to be in right there. That's the toughest spot on the racetrack. Coming down that hill side by side. Casey was doing everything he could not to slide up and hit that 31 car.
They are teammates in this series.
I don't know if that makes you try harder or makes you more careful.
Just behind them, Brendan Gaughan in the 33 for Richard Childress Racing tonight. Trying to get a spot on Brian Scott in the 11. Not that time. Brad Keselowski trying to take advantage of any momentum hesitation on the part of Brendan Gaughan there.
And right now everyone's feeling their cars out. They're getting a sense of where these tires are headed, where their balance is headed. Seeing who's weak in what spots and where can they get an advantage.
And it's watching the lap times. The leaders running times close to qualifying the first couple of laps. We'll watch and see how much that falls off over the course of the run.
As typical here at Darlington, they get single file pretty quickly. And then we begin to look for people with a run and those momentum breaks that cause positions to change hands here.
And right now, Denny's stalking Ricky Stenhouse. Denny's sitting there with a ton of experience. Ricky's up there leading this thing. Probably the best thing for Ricky is to, if Denny gets to him, to let him go by and then build your confidence by following him, learning something. But Ricky does such a great job. I don't think confidence. He's never lacking confidence, but we'll see what Denny's able to do with him here.
You watch the rearview mirror more at a track like this than you might someplace else?
I think here it's actually a little simpler. You know it's one lane. You know that Denny's a veteran. He's not going to stuff the car in somewhere and really give you trouble. So, Ricky's probably not looking at this view right now. He's looking out that front window.
Not much lift on that gas pedal through that corner for Stenhouse.
Saw Elliott Sadler putting a little pressure on Austin Dillon a lap or 2 ago. It looks like Dillon's actually pulled out a car length or 2 on him. One thing I was going to say about Austin Dillon, though, is he's done such a good job this year of keeping his car clean and out of trouble and still be able to run fast. But this could be a true test for him, though.
He must get that from his mother.
So Mike.
Yeah. I spent a little time over there when Austin and his brother were young riding dirt bikes, and they're wild.
31 Allgaier did not get off turn 2 well at all. Here comes Brian Scott trying to get a run.
This corner down there is really slippery. Seems like the rubber's laid into the racetrack. It's a much different racetrack on the bottom than it is on the top. So if your car's working on the bottom, which it looks like Brian's is, you're able to make the car go around there and do some things that a guy on the top can't. But if your car won't work on the bottom, you're stuck with that top groove in 3 and 4. It's a little bit tough.
What does it take to get your car to work down there? Do you need to be freer to run there? Or
it seemed to me that if I moved up, I could get my car to free up, and if I moved down to the bottom, it would just slide the nose right here. It would slide the nose up to the fence. So it's looks like we've got a battle for the lead
inside. Denny Hamlin as they come up on lap traffic. Slow car just ahead as they exit this corner.
It looked to me like Ricky might have been a little bit loose up there coming down the hill.
Hey, Ricky looks loose all the time.
I noticed that.
That was Derek Cope in the 70. The leader just put a lap down. Then he gave way nicely.
To me, this is Ricky Stenhouse's type of racetrack. I know Ricky just a little bit, and he's not worried about the car being sideways.
Elliott Sadler up to 4th spot. Austin Dillon back to 5th.
Elliott told Austin a lot about this racetrack. Now he's going to show him some stuff.
And you see in that hesitation around the slower car, the accordion there with Hornish and Logano closing right in.
One thing that Elliott Sadler showed Austin Dillon was that, hey, you catch a car in that corner at that spot, is just to back off. Just go through their single file. Don't try to force it.
Yeah, it feels like you're losing so much here when you lift and you let a guy, get his car straightened out or get out of the way, but you're really not. You're putting yourself at a huge risk if you go down in there and you stuff a car where it's not supposed to be.
Here's another smart move.
Look at that. That's a points leader move right there. Ricky said, go right ahead, man.
Denny Hamlin through, second leader of the race. His Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, Joey Logano, in the 20, last week's winner at Talladega. Easing underneath Sam Hornish into 1, and Casey Kane trying to follow. .38 car looks pretty quick.
Yeah, Casey's really good here. He's a guy that grew up racing sprint cars and stuff. He's used to sticking the right rear up there and really driving the car around the corner, and he's fast at this place.
So that race going on for 7th and 8th spots. And it is 5.4 seconds behind the leader, Denny Hamlin. Hamlin now out in front of Stenhouse and driving away a little bit, Dave.
And Alan, Ricky never lost confidence today when he found the Darlington wall on lap 2 of practice. Just one-time lap and then bam, into the wall. I asked crew chief Mike Kelly, well, how'd you guys handle it? Did you talk about it? And he said, I've learned how to talk to Ricky about stuff like that. I didn't spend much time on it. He knows he hit the wall, and if you dwell on stuff like that, it will slow him down. And he was thinking back to 2010 when he was learning and so nervous. So we let it go. He got the pole, and look how good he is.
Hanging in second, chasing the man who is the Nationwide Series master at this racetrack in recent years, Denny Hamlin. 3 firsts and a second in his last 4 tries here.